things are about to get really crazy. Something big is coming, and a reality shift is in progress. What we see on the world stage, the politics, that's a manifestation of a reality shift in progress. So in this video, we'll tell you what you need to know to survive and thrive during these changes, and what to do to ascend during these crazy yet epic times that we are living in. Something big is coming very soon. In fact, in the next 10 days, we'll likely know what that is, leading to some kind of an epic showdown around July. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. But I made several predictions for the next several months, and any one of them can come true in the next 10 days or so. So at the end of the video, I'll have a list of what those predictions are so that we can be prepared and ready. Now, I'm going to be working a lot from my notes because there's a lot to talk about, so I want this video to be as short and concise as possible. So for now, I want to explain what's happening and what to do to survive and thrive during these changes and receive epic spiritual upgrades. Something really big is about to happen, so preparing yourself now on all levels will help. And I went into a little bit of automatic writing, so that's why I'm reading a lot from my notes right now. The highest frequencies yet are building. I was shown 3 separate realities converging and creating a crack between the dimensions, like a flash of light or something like that. This literally and figuratively will cause the earth to shake. Literally and figuratively. This allows us to shift reality to timelines and to open up to our higher selves or our spirit. New gifts, miracle healings will happen, profound awakenings will happen, etc. We'll see more awakenings in these next few months than ever in the world around us that'll hopefully help raise the collective to avert some of the more challenging predictions that I've had for this period. So more will experience spiritual awakenings than ever. This is the I'm filming this on Good Friday, so this is the resurrection of Christ consciousness, or the death and the resurrection of Jesus. So there's a new light that comes around this year every time, but because there's so much else that's going on, it's going to be lighter, brighter, and more profound than ever. And this is the resurrection, again, of Christ consciousness and a new dawning for humanity. So the sun is rising on a world that we once knew in favor of a new earth that's more fair, more just, where we can thrive and we can continue our spiritual growth, basically. So those doing the work, whether in this or other realities, will receive the cosmic flash, and everything will change for them as they awaken to higher aspects of themselves and spirit. Those not ready will remain in the old karmic cycles and old lives until they begin to do their work and seize the next cosmic opportunity for awakening. I know this probably sounds all very kind of woo-woo and new agey and stuff like that, and too good to be true maybe. Well, there is a darker side also, and we need to be aware of that so we can transcend it. There are forces that want to block humanity's awakening. It's not negative. It's just part of the classroom that we signed up for, known as Planet Earth. So we came into this. We signed up for this. And part of our learning in Ascension, individually and collectively, and our growth and expansion are the results of that. And then we come into our higher timelines, our higher spiritual realities and understandings, and then we start to transcend the physical and blend more with the spiritual, which is what we're here to do. We overcome the negativity by acceptance and integration of the darker forces within ourselves and within society in order to transcend it. In other words, we don't fight it. This is our learning, our classroom, and transcend it. Then we become whole and complete. And in the totality of power, we learn all our lessons and ascend to a higher level. Still, the mass programming, the psyops, the negative frequencies try to hold humanity at bay, while those few in power exert greater control of our society at our detriment, basically. So what do we do to mitigate the negative control and ascend to our higher power? Good question. For starters, don't let them tempt you into relinquishing your power to them for an empty promise that they will take care of everything. Technology is amazing, and ultimately will be an integral part of the awakening in human evolution, but it can also be a spiritual trap. We're here to develop our spiritual gifts as humans having, or spirit having human experiences, and not to allow technology misused by the powers that be to tempt us into shortcuts. In short, don't let AI dumb you down, basically. Use it for the higher good, but not to dumb you down. You can heal yourself of so much more than you know if you activate your higher healing potentials, which we all possess. For example, just as people became less telepathic when telephones and other communication devices were developed, modern medical practices, though they can save your life and have a very positive side to it, obviously it's a miracle, but they tend to deactivate our higher natural healing abilities. In other words, we get lazy. So don't let AI do everything for you. Don't let it atrophy your spiritual gifts, basically. Body, mind, spirit must remain strong. Don't let the technology compromise that. These are unique times, a reality shift in progress. Higher frequencies support awakening now. Forces of control are also stronger, and we are subject to more negative attacks than ever. The higher energies of this time will tax the system. The PSYOPs, mass programming, increase electromagnetic fields, tear down our systems, make us vulnerable to disease, and therefore subject to greater control. So basically, both the higher frequencies affect our bodies, it affects our cells or our atoms, it's changing our bodies, it's changing our auric fields and everything. So you combine that, which taxes our system and causes us to have to adjust with all that's going on in the world that's designed to make us fearful and angry and therefore in lower vibrations. It's all, basically, attacking our system. So we have to develop the tools in order to transcend that, in order to keep getting stronger. So we need powerful tools now to support our growth and negate the harm, basically. So I think I read this already, but PSYOPs, mass programming increase, electromagnetic fields tear down our systems, make us vulnerable to disease, and therefore subject to greater negative control. It's worth repeating. So frequencies are bigging, and your so-called Ascension symptoms may actually be EMF sickness or reaction to the electromagnetic frequencies that we're all subject to. The 5G and other grids are set up to lower the chi and prana and make the populace easier to control. And, basically I read something recently or saw something recently about how the cell towers, the 5G, are sort of set up in a negative flower of life, which is, the opposite of a sacred geometry that supports life in chi and prana and supports our good health. So it's literally taking energy out of us. It's sucking energy out of us. So we need to learn how to mitigate that and how to raise our frequency and raise our consciousness. So anyway, so here's some things of what to do about it, basically. So for starters, don't accept the poison that society tries to inflict on you. That can include drugs, that can include things that are on store shelves that are sold as food, but they're not real food. They're overly processed, devoid of all chi and prana and all life-giving and life-sustaining properties. So on so many levels, we are being attacked to weaken us, as well as all we see on the news, all of that's making us fearful and angry, and these tear down our system. Being fearful and angry, it's very helpful if you're being chased by a tiger, because then you'll deal with the situation through the release of hormones that give you superhuman strength. But if it's happening every day and chronically, it's tearing down your system, making you more vulnerable to disease, unhappiness, depression, anxiety, and all these things that so many people are experiencing now. So learning how to raise your vibration, strengthening your field is so important now for many reasons, but it's going to keep you healthy and it's going to allow you to ascend and take advantage of these natural frequencies that are supporting our spiritual growth at this time. So what can tear, what poisons society can include shocking news designed to make you scared and angry. But start by simple eating well. And again, most of what's on the shelves is not food. So eat and buy real food, living foods that have prana, that have chi, that have nutrition, and all of that stuff. Drink lots of water, exercise. You can, and also you cannot take the old dense energy to this control based, power over based society of old earth into these higher frequencies of new earth. So you have to learn how to drop your baggage, to clear all the old traumas and dramas from this and other lifetimes, both individually and collectively. So you can't take the old dense energies of old earth into new earth. So clearing the baggage, integrating the shadows, and without hidden shadows, you're stronger and therefore harder to control. Without you being unaware of your shadows, then they start to run the show rather than your spirit, and you're very easy to control because it creates anxiety and fear and all kinds of negative things. So do shadow integration work now. We want to integrate the shadow because it's part of who we are, and then we become stronger and so forth and so on. Use things like air purifiers because the air is toxic, the food is toxic, what we drink is toxic, what we see on the news is energetically toxic, what we experience on social media is toxic. So learn how to step away from that when appropriate, but also learn how to strengthen your own field so these outside influences don't affect you. That's the key. So use air purifiers, do body cleanses, parasite detoxes. Remember the mystery fogs? Well, I saw it's an unconfirmed report, but they found some organisms laying eggs basically in the mystery fog. So parasites lend support to illness, disease, including cancer, and not coincidentally, they're new technologies that are going to help to cure cancer, but they utilize mRNA vaccines as well as AI technology. And these are programs by the deep state to further control us, basically. So basically, we want to learn how to do things naturally too. But I'll get into that in a second. Learn to feel the flow, energy, prana, chi. Go out into nature to restore your energetic field. We are socially conditioned to not feel. And people may argue that, say, oh, I feel this. Sometimes they feel happy. But no, every moment of every day, as long as I'm not locked in my monkey mind and distracted, I feel energy in my body and around my body every day. I feel the energies of the earth. And that's nature. We are naturally geared to be able to do that because that's part, again, we're connected to all of this stuff. So learn how to give to feel the flow and you use the flow. The flow wants to heal you, restore you. It's an aspect of divine intelligence, and all you have to do is clear your vessel and learn how to allow. So flow, chi, and prana is an aspect of God, spirit or source, divine and universal intelligence. And if we allow it to flow through us freely and unobstructed, it seeks, it wants to clear your vessel. It wants to heal you. It wants to balance you. It wants to restore you. It's very easy, but we're programmed. We don't see it. We're blocked from it. So we have to learn how to clear the programming, meditation, presence. These are all valuable practices. Also do heart-brain coherence, breathing exercises, work in enhancing the heart, your largest and strongest electromagnetic generator in your body. The stronger your energy fields, the more resistant you are to negative electromagnetic frequencies that are getting stronger and stronger that tear down your fields. Heart-brain coherence is an ancient yet modern practice, recognizing the heart's the largest electromagnetic generator in the body. And when you bring the heart into coherence through emotions like gratitude, appreciation, compassion, and love, it strengthens your heart, the largest electromagnetic generator in the body, which strengthens your electromagnetic field and therefore makes you resistant to negative electromagnetic frequencies. And that in itself is very, very healing. Also, you can use shungite, or there's other. I have a shungite pyramid, or there's other crystals that enhance your energies and help block out the negative EMFs. And what else do we have here? Do spiritual exercise like yoga, qigong. things that enhance you, that allow you to breathe, breathing exercises, that increases chi flow and prana, going out into nature, hugging trees, feeling the flows of nature. Just 20 minutes in nature, maybe even less, can clear harmful effects of being around the computers a lot also. So the other things align with like-minded people. If things follow the way they're going in our society, us that want to keep developing spiritually, because that's what we're here for, we want to avoid the entrapments of society. We may be having alternative societies, and we may need to, get together and help one another while the rest of humanity awakens and while all this stuff plays out. But anyway, align with like-minded people. Purge negativity, purge negative people. You don't need that. Develop a strong daily spiritual routine that you can stick with. That routine, that regimen is going to make you stronger, more solid. Get very grounded, because the earth wants to heal also, the flows of the earth. So do grounding exercises. The deeply rooted trees don't get blown over by the storms in nature. Get your roots deep, and you won't get blown over by the storms of our society and everything that they're trying to do to us to control us, to maintain the power and strengthen the power over us at our detriment, basically. So purge negative, develop a strong view. And to sum up, these are amazing times that we're in, and the shift into 5D and multi-dimensional reality is happening. Though the frequencies support ascension, it's, right now with these higher frequencies and the big flash and the upgrade that we're coming into right now, they support our ascension, but it's not just going to happen. You have to do the spiritual work and step out of the social conditioning in the program. Otherwise, it's not going to work, because that programming is designed to dumb you down. So don't let that happen. And there are other things, other practices you can do, like tapping or EFT, working with Solfeggio frequency, sound healing. And you have your own practices, but do your spiritual practices designed to support your health and to support chi and increasing your prana and your flow and things like that. In short, don't let them dumb you down, right? Use the conveniences and good things of our society. Just don't let them control you. Just don't let them atrophy you and make you lazy, so you don't keep developing your spiritual gifts, your ability to heal yourself, your ability to raise your intuition, to connect with your spirit guides and loved ones, spirit source or God, and connect with each other telepathically and energetically. Don't sacrifice your empathy or your ability to be an empath. Instead, increase the frequency of your heart and ground, so you can still feel emotions and energy without being overwhelmed by it. These are very critical and important times. And what else do we write? In short, don't let them dumb you down. Use the conveniences. Okay, we just said that. Just don't let them control you. Your energy fields. Open your heart. When you open your heart and coherence, it opens the mind. It increases the brain also. It increases your intuition, increases your healing ability, and it strengthens your energetic fields. This is such an important practice. I've got videos, and in fact, on one end screen over here, I'll have a video for how to do heart-brain coherence. And as promised in the beginning of the video, here's a list of important psychic predictions that are coming now over the next couple months that we need to know about. So this is the other part of this video, so check this out here. I love you, and see you at the next video.